Hey everyone, in this video I want to share with you some tips on buying running shoes and also some fashion tips, because a lot of the running shoe videos are utility focused on the most comfortable shoe, the best for your running gait, which I will cover too, but also the fashion sense behind it and a few other things that may be of importance to you when choosing your running shoe, because this is a crucial part to exercise, fitness, health, and looking good. And those include whether or not those quizzes online on your running gait are trustworthy. Is it actually worth spending $200 on a pair of running shoes, or is it all just marketing hype and a $50 shoe will do you good? And in the process, I will be unboxing a shoe I just bought from Zappos.com and really diagnosing how it is, comparing it to a much cheaper shoe, a more commodity based shoe, and really just reviewing the whole process behind this whole thing and a lot of other tips and feedback. So let's just get started right off the bat. First and foremost, let's do the unboxing while kind of talking through what I have been up to. First and foremost, a quick review on the Zappos box here. So Amazon has bought Zappos. They bought it years ago. Shout out to the book Delivering Happiness. It's a great book by Tony Hsieh, the founder of Zappos, on business and life success and happiness and company culture. But the point is, they are making it a point to advertise their services through the running shoes that they buy. Now, is this a good idea? I mean, Jeff Bezos is a much smarter businessman than me, but as a consumer, I'm a bit confused about it. I mean, I like it, but they're making a huge effort to advertise the Tick, which is a kind of like funny superhero show that is self-produced by Amazon Prime that's streaming. And then there's some other stuff about the Tick here. These boots are made for justice, and so on and so forth. It's a standard Zappos box. My question is, like, I feel like you get more bang for your buck if you advertise like shoe-based products to your consumers. I mean, maybe there's correlation between people who buy shoes and people who stream on Amazon Prime. I'm guessing most people watch Amazon Prime or watch some type of streaming service, but I don't know. It was just kind of like, I bought shoes. Why are you streaming that? I don't know. That's just the advertising business side to me going on. Inside that box there's another box, the Brooks brand. The Brooks company is kind of like the Nike of running shoes right now. If you go to any like running shoe store, you will see the Brooks brand there. Their logo is actually a lot like Nike's logo. I don't know what the heck they're trying to do there, copy Nike or whatever. It's like an inverted check mark. They're very well known in the shoe space. So I'm going to open this up and look at that. Now, let me just give you some quick information on how I came about this shoe. So Brooks is a really good running shoe. The problem is that all their shoes are ugly. It's just how it is. They are very focused on utility over fashion sense, and oftentimes to combat that, or you have to kind of choose the right colors. And I highly suggest very neutral tone colors when you're looking for a utility and fashion forward shoe. So that usually means all black, all white, black or white or black, white and black, black and white, or gray or white. Now, unfortunately, the color choices for Brooks were limited, so that you got this like weird kind of ugly design here for the knitted surface, which kind of lets air through as you run. Unlike Nike shoes, which are much more fashion forward but less utility focused, they'll have like the whole front of the shoe is the same color and there's no like weird knitting pattern here. Obviously that looks a lot cleaner, sleeker, and cooler and more fashionable, but it's not utility focused. You can't really run as smoothly. The air won't pass through onto your foot as you run. And I opted in for the more utility focused option here, and then I chose the colors that would fit there. Now the reason why you want colors like this is because those colors really keep it versatile. It keeps it non-funky. It makes it so that your shoe doesn't stand out like crazy, and that it's versatile enough to match with the rest of your outfit 90% of the time. Most people, the biggest mistake I see they make constantly, I see this all the time at the gym, is that they would choose really funky colors just because they like those colors. So they'll have orange and polka dots and purple and green and lime green. And I've made this mistake too. The problem with this is that you get these weird, crazy shoes that don't match with the rest of your outfit, and you just look like a middle-aged dad or someone who really has no idea what they're doing with fashion. Now with Brooks, they have very limited color selection. I didn't want this like blue logo. I just wanted all black or black and white, and they have these weird funky colors, and my belief is that they do this because they are marketing to people who really don't care about fashion and just want these crazy colors. This was the best option I could get, which was a white, black, gray, and with like a blue logo here. They had an all black option, but it was sold out. So it just goes to kind of show you that like, who knows if they really care about colors and fashion if they're sold out. So this is the Addiction 12 Brooks, and as you can see, there's a lot of rubber here for the inside of my foot. Now the reason for that is because of my own running gait. So this shoe may not work the best for you and your running gait. For me, I have no arches whatsoever. Arches are like, if you put your foot on the ground, you could be flat-footed like me, like a penguin's flipper, or you should have arches, which is the normal healthy way of doing it. And since I don't have arches, the foot compensates, the shoe compensates with this space to create the arch for me. And without an arch, it's not good for your running because it leads to knee pain. Now, that brings us into the whole marketing quizzes thing. So nowadays online, they have these online running shoe quizzes. Some of them are very long, some are shorter, some ask really weird questions, and some are very short and to the point. I've taken all of these quizzes, I've done a lot of research before buying these shoes, and from those quizzes I kind of sourced them and then cross-referenced them by going into many running shoe stores and asking the sales associates there whether it's BS, and really getting their thoughts on these running shoe gaits, and kind of like doing like a blind test there by not telling them that I took the quiz online, and just kind of getting them to assess it to see how accurate they are. Now sometimes they are way off base, sometimes they are fairly on point with what the shoe quiz online says. I would say the shoe quiz online is a bit more accurate, so go there first if you really want a more accurate appeal. Sometimes the sales associates are slightly lazy. They're mainly fairly accurate, but they can sometimes just like take two seconds and look at you and just throw out a running gait and shoe assessment which may be off. So I took a lot of quizzes to make sure I got the right running gait here, and I really asked the sales associates from many different stores, like, is this really legit, or is this just like marketing BS to make me buy an expensive shoe? Because after the quiz is done, they will recommend you like 5 to 10 shoes, and they're all in the $150 to $250 price range. If you're lucky, you may get a $100 shoe recommended there. And they're clearly pushing the expensive shoes on you. I don't think that you need something at the $200 price point. Anything $50 or lower, I would highly be skeptical of, because they're probably bad quality, they probably wear out, they're probably not good, there's something wrong with the shoe, and they may screw up your running, cause knee pain and so forth. So anything in the $75 to $150 range is where you want to go for the best quality running shoe without overspending and staying within a bargain price point. Now that gets us into the pricing for this shoe, the Addiction 12. The Addiction 12 shoe, from my feel, it's really good quality, really good rubber. It's well constructed. The bottom is well done. Every detail has been really made for running. This isn't just a shoe that they just threw out there and they put on display at Macy's or some random department store. This is a shoe designed for people who really care about running, and I highly recommend using a price checker online. Now, I haven't found a good price checker online to do this as efficiently as I want to, so I just do it manually, because what I've found is that checking prices online from month to month or year to year or during the specific seasons to buy running shoes, it really does help. For what I did, I noted down the prices for these running shoes and a number of other models I was recommended on Zappos and Brooks.com and a few of the other big running shoe websites like ASICS. And what I simply did was I waited until the opportune time to buy running shoes, the seasons and months. And sometimes I didn't even wait until those times. For me, I simply waited a month and I just kind of checked the prices there. And for some reason, they had lower prices on this shoe, the Addiction 12. None of the other shoes dropped prices, but this one it did, which was interesting because I was about to buy the shoe for full price, but they dropped the price by 25%. So I saved about a good chunk of change, about $30, by getting a 25% discount on these shoes. Now, I'm guessing it has to do with stock options and inventory supply. If there's more in supply or the season's ending and they have excess amounts, they may just drop the price on these, even though they are a really high rated and established shoe. They may just do that because of what's going on. I highly recommend for the Brooks brand, if you care about fashion, make sure you go into a actual store that has this on display and wear it and check it out and look for it. The most popular running shoe right now, the one I was about to buy, was the Brooks GTS. I believe it's the Brooks GTS 17, the latest model, and it was the highest rated, most well rated, most popular shoe. The problem with it was that when I went in the store and I tried it on and I looked it over, it was the most ugliest shoe ever. I looked at all the different colors and they were just so ugly. They were so clearly a shoe made for someone who doesn't care about fashion. It was very clunky, a lot of like weird stuff here, a lot of like stuff for the knit, and you just took one look at it and you're like, if I wear the shoe, I'm going to be categorized as that nerdy guy who has no idea about fashion, even though I do, and it won't be pretty. Therefore, I didn't buy the shoe. The thing is, you can look at how it looks online, but it's just this like one stock photo image, and it's from far away. Maybe you could zoom in slightly, but when you actually put it on and you wear it, you can kind of get a feel for, is this ugly? Does this look good? Much better than you can online, and you'll immediately know. The GTS 17 shoes are just not that good looking. These were a much more sleeker option that didn't have as much of a soccer dad, middle-aged dad vibe. So I bought them. They were sleeker, they were a bit cooler, they didn't have as many weird running shoe designs in the front. And as far as people who don't care at all about running shoe utility and they want just the most sleekest, most fashionable shoe, then I would suggest just going with the mainstream brands like Nike or Adidas. Their shoes are much sleeker all the way through. There's no like knit pattern in the front. If there is, it's very minimalized, and it's just one complete profile from tip to the bottom, and it's all just one color. I highly recommend the white and black or black and white. The difference is that black and white is mainly black with a touch of white, or white and black, which is mainly white with a touch of black. Those just look very sleek, clean, very fashion forward, and very versatile because of their colors. These are really focused on people who actually care about running, and they run for fun or competitively or on the amateur level on a consistent basis, and they want a bit more utility so their foot doesn't get screwed up and that they can actually run with comfort and efficiency. And this is where we're at here. So this video is getting pretty long. I will cut it off here. If you have any other questions about this, leave a comment and I will try and get to you. Thanks for watching and subscribe.